My name is Phil Lidgerton, owner of buildingmaterials.co.uk. I would firstly like to thank you for investing in this educational video. If after watching you have further questions or require additional clarification, please feel free to contact one of our experienced representatives 7 days a week from 7 AM till 9 PM. It's easy. By phone, call us on 0845 1133 848. By email, use the contact us form on the site or email directly to sales@buildingmaterials.co.uk. You can also fax us on 0845 1133 949. Now please sit back and enjoy, and can I suggest you watch till the end where I will show you how to get some extra discount off the website prices.
A stud and track partition is a non-load bearing wall which can provide up to 240 minutes fire resistance. Used in retail, office, industrial and domestic environments, it provides a cost-effective and adaptable system for any user. Step 1. Planning the project. As with everything, getting the first step right is critical, and with this in mind, laying out exactly where your wall is going to be is the first step. Using levelling equipment, tape measure and chalk line, mark on the floor, ceilings and wall exactly where your wall is going to be. Step 2. Using an appropriate fixing, attach the track to the floor and ceiling at a maximum of 600mm centres. If you are installing a door frame within your wall, you need to allow for this when installing the track sections. This gap will be dependent on the site of the frame you're looking to install. Step 3. Measure the height of the studs required. Step 4. Once you've cut the stud using an appropriate tool, place the bottom into the base track and the head into the top track and twist into place so that friction is holding the stud into the track. The first stud should be placed directly onto the wall and the next at a maximum of 600mm centres. They should all then be screwed to the wall with an appropriate fixing, again at a maximum of 600mm centres. Step 5. Solidly fix the studs into place. Once you've ensured the centres are correct, using an MF14 WaferTech screw, attach the studs directly to the track. Step 6. Door frames. Due to the weight of a door and a frame, when installing the stud either side, you need to slide in a timber infill. This gives the stud extra strength and provides additional support for the frame to be fixed into. Step 7. Installing the plasterboard. Measure the height of the plasterboard required and cut to the desired length. Offer the plasterboard up to the framework and ensure that board only overlaps half of the stud section. Secure in place using MF14 25mm drywall screws through the plasterboard on one side only and into the metal at a maximum of 300mm centres along all edges which meet metal sections. Step 8. Insulation can easily be fitted to provide additional acoustic and fire performance. Step 9. Close off a wall. When you're happy that all services such as electrical, plumbing, cables, etc. are installed, you can close off each wall by installing the second board. Step 10. Creating a corner. Creating corners is simple. Place a stud at a 90-degree angle to the end stud and attach this using an MF14 25mm drywall screw. Step 11. Creating a doorway. Due to the weight of a door and frame when installing the stud either side, you need to slide in a timber infill. This gives the stud extra strength and provides additional support for the frame to be fixed into. The distance between the two studs should be appropriate to the width of the door frame you have chosen. Each stud should be fixed into place using an MF14 25mm drywall screw. By measuring the distance between the two studs and using a piece of stud, carefully create a stud transom, which is made by cutting a piece of track and turning to a 90-degree angle on both ends. It's to be installed where the door frame head section will go. This is to be fixed using MF14 WaferTech screws. Step 12. Protecting corners. If you are plastering or dry lining your wall, a thin coat angle bead is essential to protect the corner. Firstly, measure the length of the bead required and cut. Next, place the bead on the corner of the joint and screw it into position as shown. After skimming the wall, you may require access to surfaces behind it, and so fitting a plastic access panel is a cheap and easy solution. Mark on the plasterboard where you would like the panel and cut a hole slightly bigger than the framework of the panel, being careful not to damage any of the steel framework behind. Using adhesive, apply a bead around the edge of the frame and fix into place. The door can then be opened to provide full access to the surfaces behind. Wall and panel can now be painted to provide a smooth, clean finish. An additional layer of plasterboard can be fitted to further increase the performance of the wall simply by following the rules for a single board, but staggering the joints so the boards overlap.
Hi, thanks for taking time to watch the instructional video. If you want your extra discount that I mentioned earlier, please call us on 0845 1133 848 or email sales@buildingmaterials.co.uk and ask for your video discount voucher. It will be emailed directly to you, can be used anytime in the next 7 days. And finally, if you want to get in touch with me directly with any questions, suggestions for the site, or want to chat, my email address is phil@buildingmaterials.co.uk. I look forward to hearing from you soon.